Audacious Kids, we are in our Promises series and I am loving discovering so many of God's promises to you and to me. I'm loving creating my promise jar where we're just reminding ourselves of God's promises daily. But today I want to encourage us with a great promise, and it's the promise that God gives us to protect us. Okay, and I was trying to think of what is the hottest thing ever other than the sun. And I thought, have a quick look at this. Got a toaster, and in here I've got some really hot toast. Sometimes we do need to be totally protected, and that's why you operate a toaster with safety. But there's many things that we need protecting from. We might have love going bike riding, and we might need our helmet to protect our head. And remember, always wear a helmet when you're riding a bike. But a helmet protects us maybe when we're riding a bike or scooter. What else do we need protecting from? If you're a goalie, you might need a goalie glove to protect your hands from getting bashed by the ball, and you don't want broken fingers, so goalie gloves protect us as well. One of my favorites. You might put sunglasses on to protect your eyes from the sunshine. So many things. You might have pads that you put on your elbows and your knees if you're a skateboarder or like roller skating. Our bodies need protection, and our minds and our heart needs protection. And that's what God promises to us, that He will protect us. In Psalm 46 verse 1, it says this, that God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. Now, in the story with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, remember the story where they got thrown into the fiery furnace? Well, just rewind a little bit. There was King Nebuchadnezzar, and he had built for him a gigantic statue. And what was decided in the land, that everybody, when they heard the sound of the trumpet, that everybody had to get on their face and bow down and worship this statue. Now, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came to the land, they got told this information, but they thought, we're not going to get down on our face and worship this statue, this idol. There's only one, and it's God that we worship. And they were told, well, anybody who doesn't worship the statue will be thrown into the fiery furnace. Now, I don't know if they didn't know if this was going to happen or not, but they said, look, whatever happens, we're not going to be worshipping something other than our God. And we know that our God will protect us should anything bad come our way. So as the story goes, they didn't bow down. And so they were thrown into the fiery furnace. Can you imagine the hottest bonfire night ever when you get too close to the fire and it's so hot and your skin starts to tingle a little bit? They were thrown into the fiery furnace. Now, the report goes that people were onlooking just to check what was happening because, everybody else was doing what the king had told them to, and so they worshipped the statue. And so when they were thrown into the fiery furnace, people were checking what's happening. Are they on fire? Are they running around on fire? And the report got back to the king that we can see men walking around in the fiery furnace. And the king was so shocked. This was like a mega miracle that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not on fire. They didn't set alight, but that God protected them. Word went out that there wasn't just the three of them in there, but there was 4 movements around in there. And that represents God, our protector, in the fiery pit whenever challenge happens to me and to you, and we feel scared and we feel afraid. That's a little bit like our own fiery furnace. But let us, Audacious Kids, remember just what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego remembered, that no matter what comes our way, God will protect us. He'll protect our heart. He'll protect our minds. He'll protect our bodies. So don't be scared, Audacious Kids. Let's remember God's promise that He promises to protect us. So talk to Him about the challenges that you face that might be like a fiery furnace and are really scary and worrying. But talk to God about them and remember His promise that He will protect you.